So I'm back again with a new topic today, which is the outlier. So before going through with the EDA phase, first we need to understand what exactly outlier is. Outlier, you have lot of technical definition related to that, but I just want to make you understand with a very simple example. So anything which is quite different from the combination or the collection of your data, that is outlier. It can be anything. So you cannot have a fixed set of rule to find the outlier or to understand what exactly the outlier. So let's say we have data something like this, and if we find any star here, so that is outlier, right? And let's say we have data something like this, and we get a new point which is 200 here. So 200 is the outlier. So the any data which behaves something different from the collection of your data, that is outlier. Outlier can be anything. In case we have data like 400, 500, 600 and we get a new point which is 2. So there is no combination of 2 between these three. So if we match them and you find that that is something different, so that is outlier. In case we have a data which is related to the name of the fruits, you can say, and you find any data which is related to vegetable, that is outlier. So outlier can be anything, and we cannot fix like we are fetching data from different source. So we cannot say like how to find that, how to remove that, and in what situation you are talking about that. The data which we get from the different source, it can be anything. Let's say we have a data related to the real estate industry. So we have one column in which we have the information of the bedroom size of a home. So let's say we have 50 bedroom home, and apart from this, the different data points that we have like 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. So any bedroom which is quite differ from the collection of your data, let's say 30 bedrooms, so that is different. So you will treat that as an outlier. Let's say you are dealing with the data which is related to the, you can say the you have data related to Uber or any cab marketplace. So we in case we have certain data points related to the number of passengers. So we have passenger in SUV, let's say 4, and somehow you get another data point which is 20 or let's say 30. So is it possible to have 30 passenger in SUV? No, it's not. So it's totally depend on the data or the industry or the particular column. So we cannot assume that there is a fixed set of rule to find the outliers. So I believe you are clear with the outlier. So outlier is something which is quite different from the collection of your data. So it can be anything. So I'll be giving you some example using Python. So let's try with the Jupyter Notebook.
Is outlier and how to find that using Python. So as we discussed the definition about the outlier, so outlier is something which is in which in case we have a collection of data and any data point which behaves something different from the remaining data points, so that is outlier in a very layman term. So the definition which Wikipedia gives us, that is, in statistics, an outlier is a data point that differs significantly from other observations. So this is the same thing that we discussed, and Wikipedia says that outlier being the most extreme observation may include the sample maximum or sample minimum. So that also we discussed, it can be the minimum value or it can be a maximum value, also the combination of both. So it's depending on whether they are extremely high or extremely low. So however, the sample maximum and minimum are not always outliers. Might be they may not be unusual from those observation or those data points. So we cannot say that always we have data points which are minimum or the maximum, these are the outliers. So that's completely depend on the situation for which you are working for, or your data let's say that belongs to a specific industry where we may have a value which is quite differ, or which can vary a lot from the existing data points. So now let's say you know how to find and what type of data is outlier in your data set. Let me show you something here as well. Let's say we have a data point something like this, 100, 200 and 400, let's say, and then we have a point which is 3, or let's say 1. So you can easily understand that these are two data points, 3 and 1, which differs from the existing 100, 200 and 400. Let's say you may have something like this here as well. So that is also different from the 3 combination of your data. So it can be anything like the minimum or the maximum or the combination of both. So now let's say we have a very small data. So it's easy to get the idea or to understand the outlier in our data combination of data. But let's say we have very huge amount of data, and you cannot visualize that, or you cannot see if we have outlier in our data or not. So we need certain techniques where we can find out the outlier from that huge collection of data points. So I'll be talking about that point, that how to identify outlier in our data. So the best way to find or to identify outlier is to visualize your data. So we have multiple options into that. Let's say you can use box plot to identify your outliers. You can use a scatter plot to identify outliers, and you can use Z-score as well. So I'll be talking about one by one, and the data which I'm using here is the one which we already covered, which is car_df. So this is our data. Here I need to check whether we have outliers in our data or not. So let me put head so that I can have first 5 rows into the data. So here it is. I need to check for different columns whether we do have outlier in a data set or not. So the technique which I'm going to apply here, that is box plot. So box plot is the visualization method which Python provides you, in which you can check, I mean, the data points which is different from the whisker, or you can say the box plot. So let me visualize or to create that box plot first, then I'll explain you the outlier part. So let's say we have data car_df dot box plot I'm going to apply, and for which column I'm going to apply box plot. So that is income as in caps. So let me run this, and I'll be using plt dot show, and here it is. So you see, this is your box plot. So might be you have certain confusion to interpret that box plot, or might be you do not have understood what box plot says to us. So just to let you know, here this part you see, we can call that a whisker plot as well. This is our minimum value, and this line which you can see here, that is the maximum data point, and the range which start from this minimum and maximum, the data which lies into this range, we can use that data. Apart from this, which is before this line or after this line, we treat that as an outlier. So these are the round circles which you can see. These are the outlier in our data set. So this part, the first part is the minimum, and that is the maximum, and that line into that rectangle, if you see, the first line is the first quartile. What is first quartile? Quartile means the 25 percentile of your data, or let's say the 25% of your data, and that is median, which is the 50% of your data, and that is your upper quartile. Upper quartile is the 75 percentile of your data. So this is 25%, this is 75%, this is 50, and the range which here is minimum and maximum. So anything which is coming here, that data is beneficial for you. We can use that for further prediction, or you can say for further model building. Anything which lies outside these boundaries, we have to treat that as an outlier. I'll be talking about how to remove those. First, let me check different outliers in our data set. So let me use a different column as well. Let me copy this code. and I'll change the name of column. So here it is. Let's say I'm going to try a different column, which is travel time, and we have all letter in caps, right? And then I'm going to use plt dot show just to display. So here it is. You see, we have outlier in travel time as well. Although comparatively to this income, we have less outlier to this column. Can you see that? We have many zeros, or you can say the round figures here. So these all are the outliers that we have to treat. And here in travel time, comparatively to the income, we have lesser outlier in our data set. Let's try a different column, and that is, let's say I'm going to use plt dot show. I'm going to use a different column, which is car age. That is car age. So let me check whether we have outlier into that or not. So you see, there is no outlier in a particular column. So in car age, there is no outlier. You can see that no data points outside this boundary. So no outlier to this column. Let me try a different column, which is miles clock. And that is, I need to change the name here. That is miles clocked. And I have to use plt.show. So let me run this. And here also you can see that we have outlier to this column as well. Although we do not have much outlier data points available into this, but it's up to you whether you want to treat that column or not. And let me try a different column. So you keep trying different columns to check the outlier in our data set. Let's say we have postal code as well. Let me try with that too. And here it is. It's postal code, and we have two, that is postal A. So here is the output. So you see, we have outlier here too, and these are the minimum values. So outlier into the minimum data points. These are the maximum part, that is the minimum. So we have outlier here this time. So you can easily understand where are the outliers. Now you understand how to detect or how to find out that whether we have outlier in our column or not. So we can use box plot, we can use scatter plot, and we can use z-score as well. I'll be discussing for different options in further videos, but today we are talking about the box plot. So you understand how to interpret the box plot. So these are the minimum, and that is the maximum range, and that is your first quartile, which we call Q1 or the 25 percentile. This is the Q3, that is your upper quartile, and that green line is your median, or you can say the 50% part of your data. So using box plot, we have noticed that we have outlier in certain columns. Let's say we have outlier in income, we have outlier in miles clocked, and we have outlier in travel time. So now we need to treat them, how to remove them or how to treat those outliers. So we have one option is to drop the outlier value. That what you can do. Apart from this, what we can do, we can replace the outlier value using the interquartile range. And interquartile range is what? Interquartile range is the range where the data which doesn't vary a lot from the mean lies. So might be you clear with some statistical terms. So we have interquartile range. If you do not have, so I can create a separate video for that part. So here we will be removing our outlier using interquartile range. So I'll be creating a user defined function for that, where I'll find the lower and upper range of the variables so that I can treat those outliers. So how I'll be doing that, I have already created that function. Let me show you. and the name of the function is remove outlier. So I have created this function using def. So first I have shorted my columns, and this is the variable which I'm using here. I have shorted that value, and then I have generated two variables, which is q1 and q3, and q1 is the 0.25% of my entire data, and q3 is the upper quartile, which is 0.75% of my entire data. So the lower quartile is 0.25 and your upper quartile is 0.75, or you can say the 25% data is the q1 and the 75% data is your q3, which is lower and upper quartile. And interquartile range is the differentiation of between these range, the upper and the lower range. So if you find the difference between upper and lower range, that is interquartile range, which we have done here. So we have created a new variable, which is IQR. IQR is Q3 minus Q1, which is upper quartile minus lower quartile. Then I have created a new variable, which is lower range. So lower range is anything which is lesser than 1.5 into IQR. IQR means the interquartile range. That will be my lower range. I do not want to go beyond that range. So anything which is coming beyond that lower range, I will treat that as an outlier. And then I have created a different range, which is upper range. So that is Q3 plus 1.5 into interquartile IQR. So I have defined my lower and upper range. Anything which is coming outside that range, I'll treat that as an outlier. That's what I'm doing with this function. Let me explain this function once again. The name of my function is remove underscore outlier, and then I am passing an argument which is column. I'll be passing each and every column to this, and then I'm shorting the value of my column, and based on that value I have created two variables. One is q1 and second is q3, which is the quantile, upper and lower quantile of your columns. And then I have created a different variable, which is IQR. IQR is the interquartile range, that is the difference between the 75 percentile or the 25%. So Q3 minus Q1 is IQR, and then I have created the lower and upper range, which is 1.5 times IQR minus from your lower quartile or the lower range, and 1.5 times IQR you need to add to the upper range, or anything which is coming outside that boundary, that will be your outlier. So that is just a user defined function. You can use it, this same function, to any data set to remove or to treat your outliers. So that is just a generalized function. You can use it anywhere. I'm going to use this function for these columns where I do have outlier in my data. So what I'm doing here, you see, I have created two variables, which is lower income and upper income. And then I have applied this function remove outlier to this column, which is income. So the syntax is lower income, upper income, two variables I have created. After applying remove outlier on this income column, I have generated two values, which is lower income and upper income. And then I'm applying np.where statement to handle this or to remove this lower and upper income data which is beyond these two boundaries. So I have created car underscore df income column, and I'm applying np.where income column which is having greater than upper income. Any value into this income column greater than upper income, and we are going to apply the same thing on lower income as well. So the upper income and lower income greater than upper income and lower than upper income. So I'll be shorted. Anything which is beyond this or lesser than this, I'll remove and then store my final output to car underscore df and income. And same thing I'm going to apply for a different column, which is travel and travel time. So I've created two variables, slow travel, upper travel, applied this remove underscore outlier function on the travel time column. Anything which is greater than up travel, or less than a travel, I have removed that part using np.where, and then again stored my value to the travel time column. And miles clocked also I have used the same technique to apply on this column to remove the outlier. Now I'm done with the outlier detection. So how I'll be sure that that outlier has been removed? Again, I'll create a box plot after the outlier treatment to check whether my outlier has been treated or not. So this is what I'm doing here. And you see that there is no outlier in travel time now. And the same thing, same box plot I'm going to apply on income. You see, we have the perfect interquartile range, or the box plot, or you can say the whisker plot, no outlier here in our column. And same we have applied for miles clock, there is no outlier. So you understand now how to find outlier in data using box plot, and you also understand how to interpret that. And then we already find we have outlier in data, so we will be treating those outlier. So to treat those outliers, we have created a user defined function, and I have used the interquartile range technique. So I have created two range, the upper and lower range. Anything which is coming 1.5 times the interquartile range lesser to the lower range, I will be treating that as an outlier. And anything which is upper quartile range plus 1.5 interquartile range, anything which is coming to that range, I'll be treating as a upper outlier. So I have treated my outlier. I have I have learned how to find out outlier using interquartile or box plot or a whisker plot. You can try scatter plot as well. I'll be coming with those some videos where I'll explain how to find outlier using a scatter plot. You try at your end, and in case you have any confusion, then let me know. I'll create a separate video for that part. So fine guys, you understand now the outlier treatment. Any question related to this, feel free to comment. Fine guys, thank you. I'll come up with some new interesting topics as well. Take care.